There's certainly been a lot of selfie taking happening here today, all because of these beautiful little blooms here. Right now, the cherry blossoms are registered at their 4th stage out of 6, so they're not quite at peak bloom yet. They're anticipating that's going to happen on Monday, and because of that, they are expecting huge crowds here this weekend.
Stage 4 is when the floret stems, the flower stem, starts to come out of the base of the bud. And what we're going to see next is stage 5, which is when they get bigger and puffier and white, and they're just ready to open up into bloom. And here we're seeing an example of stage 5. So this is what we call puffy white. You can see it is exactly that, puffy and white, and they're just starting to open. And over here you can see there is one that is open, and so that counts towards the blooming period. So when we say blooming period, we mean 20% of blossoms are open. So right now we're just starting to see shy of 10% of blossoms open in High Park.
Tell me about the history of these trees.
Yeah, so in 1959, a lovely donation of trees was given to the city of Toronto from the Japanese culture. And then in 2001 and 1984 and 2006 and 2019, and there is a Sakura project that does plant sakura trees or cherry blossom trees across the city. The best place to see the cherry blossoms in High Park is just south of the Grenadier Cafe. It's important for people to remember that the park is closed to vehicles during the bloom period. And so that means that traveling here by vehicle will be challenging because no vehicles will get into the park. It's really a lovely experience to get to come through High Park. One of the things we get asked every year is how many trees are in High Park? And we honestly don't know anymore. There's been many plantings that have happened over the years, and so one of the things that our cherry blossom ambassadors are completing this year is a count of the trees. So we'll be able to say there are X number of cherry blossom trees that are alive and well in High Park. When you get to see, the sign of hope and aspiration in these blossoms, I think it really brings a lot of people out to enjoy what nature has to offer. It's one of those ways that people can connect with nature.
The one thing they want people to remember is don't touch the trees when you're coming out to High Park. They are very sensitive, and actually touching the branches bruises them, and it can even prevent future blooms. They'll have the full count of how many trees are actually here in High Park after that blooming season. In High Park, Audra Brown, City News.